Hey YouTube, how's it going? Today I'm going to be talking to you about car parts, specifically the parts I hopefully sooner or later will install on my Mazda 3. If you watched my review video, I said that primarily the stuff I'm going to be doing is going to be visual and not so much performance. So today I'm just going to kind of go over what I've got in mind for the car and kind of why or how it'll play into the overall, I guess you could call it a build. Sweet. Okay, let's get to it. So I've already started to throw together a little list here. We'll start at the very top of it and kind of go through. There's a few things I haven't added to it. So the first thing on the list is daytime running light LED, what they call is daytime running light LED fog lights. And I'll kind of show you quickly what that would look like. So if you come down here to the fog lights on the front of the vehicle, you can get these new inserts that go where this big piece of plastic is, and it pretty much has an LED strip that follows the edge where this pretty much body, or if you'd call this a body curve, the LED strip follows along there. And you can get them to be switchback LEDs, so when you're turning, it'll have the turning signal flashing kind of usually in the inside edge here, as well as alongside this turn signal light here. So it would all blink and it looks really clean. I'll put a screenshot in this corner or something about what they look like actually installed on a vehicle. Alright, so next up on the list is an HID kit for the car. So pretty much I will take the current lighting system and replace it with high intensity discharge bulbs or LEDs. I haven't looked too much into LED bulbs yet for these cars, but I know they have a stock projector, but it's fitted with a halogen bulb. From what I've read, it can be switched directly to HID as long as you buy the install kit. So this is the projector lens right there that I'm talking about. So I would put an HID kit in there, and obviously on the opposite side over there. From what I've heard, these projectors work fine with HIDs. They don't kind of reflect the light in weird directions, because some people say sometimes with with lighting when installing HIDs and LEDs, mainly with regular reflector lenses, it can send light in obnoxious areas and potentially blind other drivers on the road. So I figured next up, if we're actually talking about lighting, I won't follow the order that I've talked and changed multiple times. I'll go on to the back end of the vehicle here and talk about the tail lights. So these are the current tail lights. They look great. I have no problems with them. The only thing I was thinking is maybe tint them a little bit darker. I don't believe it would be very hard. I'm pretty sure I could easily handle doing that myself, just with some film tinting that you can buy. So yeah, make them maybe a little bit darker, almost like not completely blackout, but just a little closer to the windows. Okay, so next up on the list is roof racks. I would love to get some roof racks just because this vehicle is pretty small and I used to drive a truck, so being able to take everything places I want to go is kind of crucial, and it was once really easy for me, and now it'll be a little bit more difficult. So roof racks, if I'm going snowboarding or biking or anything, will be very handy. So I'll kind of show you. I haven't looked at specifics as to what roof racks I want to get yet, like any sort of brands, but apparently the way they install in these cars at first was kind of controversial. There is these black strips right along the roof of the car. Sorry, I've just got the towel down so my laptop doesn't scratch the paint or get wet. So yeah, there's black strips on either side. Apparently underneath these black strips there is some mounting points, but you have to take the black strips off, cut them, pretty much cut out the size of your roof racks. So pretty much you'll cut them into like 3 separate parts, I guess. So you'll have a chunk, your roof rack, another chunk of plastic, your roof rack, and then the final chunk. I don't know whether I'll go that route or just a simple door mounting roof racks and take them off when I don't need them. I kind of like the permanent look of the roof racks, so we'll have to see. So next up is going to be exhaust setup. I don't mind the sound of this current car. Maybe next video I'll do just a quick shot of what the current exhaust sounds like. It does have the nice sporty dual pipe look, but I have a few ideas in mind. So what I'm thinking for exhaust is you put a mid pipe in, so just a straight mid pipe, and I don't know if I'll either purchase that. Apparently you can buy them off Corksport if you contact them, but the problem is I'm in Canada and the shipping cost to Canada from American companies always sucks really bad. So I might see if I can get that custom made at just an exhaust shop. It wouldn't be hard. And then from there I'll go to an axle-back exhaust. From what I've looked at, the Barola S-Type axle-back exhaust, and it sounds absolutely amazing. It makes the car sound a lot more powerful. I mean, it is only a 2-liter engine and 55 horsepower, so it isn't like a crazy powerful car. I'm a sound guy, so I love the strong exhaust sounds. So we'll have to see how far down the road that gets done. It's going to be probably one of the most expensive things I do to this car, because I think just the Barola axle-back exhaust on its own is about $600, let alone getting a mid-pipe and getting it all installed, because I don't have a full-size lift. I just have simple jack stands, and doing it from jack stands is probably possible, but it's going to be difficult. So yeah, that's exhaust plans. So next up on the list is coilovers. I may have been wrong when I said exhaust was going to be the most expensive, because from what I've looked at, coilovers are painful on the wallet. So far driving this car, the suspension is not bad at all. It's pretty fun to drive, it's comfortable, and it grips the road well. Obviously that's a little bit tire related also, but just to give you a bit of an idea here, these are, I believe, 16-inch tires, so these I plan on also increasing the size of to get bigger tires, probably 17-inch, but there is a solid, like, I'd almost say 4-inch gap between the tire and the body, and I wouldn't mind getting some coilovers that drop the car maybe about 1.5 inches. I don't want to drop it too far, because if I have people in the back, I don't want rubbing. Alright, so as I said, I also want to get some new wheels and tires. Wheel wise, I'm a big fan of B is for Build, if you know what that YouTube channel is, and some of the wheels or rims or whatever you want to call them that he uses on his channel, I believe they're all provided by Koenig, and I've loved them all so far. They all look great, and I found a pair of Koenig tires that I've kind of like the look of. They're the Koenig Run Light Grays. They've kind of got like a metallic gray look to them, and I think that would be ideal. So these are the wheels that are currently on the car. They're not bad. They do match the silver. I would go black, but I feel like the black would just be kind of too stand out against the silver. So I feel like a metallic gray wouldn't look bad. I've also thought about just plasti dipping these rims with the smoke color plasti dip, and keeping these rims for a set of winter tires down the road. So I'll have like these sets for winters, and then for the tires I end up choosing, I'm hopefully going to go for some sort of more performance-based tire, whether it's an all-season or a summer tire. There's options for both. So I'll get new rims for the new tires, and then keep this set of rims for winters. All right, last but not least, air intake, cold air intake. Let me just get this hood open. Alright, so this is the engine bay on the car. We got our air intake right down here. From what I've read about and heard about, replacing the air intakes on these is kind of controversial. Some people say it's not that good just because it sits so close to the engine that if it's ever hot outside, it just gets so hot in there that an aftermarket air intake really won't be that beneficial. So taking that into account, I've looked at a few different air intakes, and I think I've kind of I've soloed in on the K&N air filter, just because it doesn't come with a fully enclosed setup, but it comes with a wall, and that wall will hopefully provide enough heat shielding on the hot days. I mean, I'm in Vancouver, so it's only ever hot here for like 2 months of the year, and outside of that, it's generally like pretty normal or cold temperatures. So I feel like an air intake could be very beneficial. So yeah, that about sums up my plans for the vehicle. I've driven it a lot more now. I don't know when these mods will happen. They could be very far down the road for some of them, just because I'm still in school, so I don't have tons of money. I am working for a little bit as a co-op position or internship or whatever you're willing to call it. So I'll be making a bit of money, but I am still paying for the vehicle. So mods will be far and few between for at least for the first little while. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, give a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more content about the Mazda, and as well as I might throw in other reviews or other car videos about other things I get to experience over the coming little while, because I want to be able to put out content. I really enjoy vehicles, so anything I can do related to them is really fun for me. Awesome. See you guys.